Oh, how did Tyler Robinson be able to hide a Mauser 98 rifle on his person without anybody knowing? And how he put it together? And where did he conceal it? We're going to go over that and more in today's video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody, where we cover true crime, mystery to the missing. So in today's video, we're going over how Tyler Robinson concealed this rifle. He first came down 800 West, seen on surveillance where he is walking with a unique gait, clearly walking with what looks to be a limp. He is concealing parts of the rifle in his pants. Now, when he was arrested, we learned that he is 5'10". So with that means the average length of somebody that's 5'10" has an inseam or legs of 30 to 31 inches. That'll be important, as the rifle can be up to 43 to 45 inches in length when it's put together fully. So again, Tyler Robinson's leg length is approximately 30 to 31 inches, whereas the Mauser 98 fully put together is 43 to 45 inches. So where did he put all the parts to the Mauser 98 rifle? So we have 4 parts: the stock, the barrel, the bolt, and the scope. Those are the 4 main parts to the Mauser. The average length of a stock is 18 to 20 inches. The average length of a barrel is 25 to 30 inches, making it the longest piece. And then we have the scope, which is 10 to 12 inches. And then the bolt, which is only 8 to 10 inches. So how did all of these fit into his pant leg? So in this photo here on the left, we can clearly see that there's 2 bulges on his right leg that are very pronounced, that make some unique shapes that we're going to touch on. Noticed here, circled in the red, we have 1 bulge at the top and then another very unique bulge below that. And I believe those 2 can be explained. So my theory is, got the stock, which is 18 to 20 inches, with his seam being 30 inches. So that's 2/3 of his leg length. Then we notice with this photo here, in the back there is something elongated that is sticking out, I believe, and then there's also something sticking at the bottom to the right. I believe this is the longest piece of the gun, which is the barrel, and I think he had that in the back part of his leg, and I believe it fit in right here. This, of course, is the longest piece out of all the pieces that belong to the Mauser 98. And you can see in this photo here that there is another box, kind of square rectangle, and notice there is a crease between the 2 pieces. I think this is where he hid the scope, which is 10 to 12 inches. But notice it's not just a regular, it's more rectangle. I believe he had a case which looks like this. There are many different cases, but they're not very thick and they are kind of rectangle shape. I believe the scope is positioned in his upper right leg. So with that being 10 to 12 inches and 18 to 20, that would make sense that he could fit those 2 pieces with a 30-inch inseam. I believe the bolt and the ammo likely went in his backpack, as those pieces are not very big. Then all you need to put together this rifle is a flathead screwdriver or a coin or something similar. So now looking at it, it's pretty wild that he had all these parts in his pant leg, possibly maybe even taped so they wouldn't slip out, or he had his pant leg tucked in. Then he would approach the roof on the southeast side, and I believe that's where he put it together, as it was claimed that when he got up, he was seen crouching down. Then shortly after the shooting, he is seen running. And there's actually a part where I noticed you can actually see the rifle. He has it wrapped in a towel, but here, as he's starting to drop down, you'll notice that it makes a shape just like a rifle right here. And I'll look at it again. But clearly, if there was nothing in this towel or shirt, it wouldn't be uniformed like this. So right here, you can see that that is clearly what looks like to be the gun, the shape of the gun under the towel. Tyler Robinson would then flee from the parking lot, and not far from where this is taken from, there's some wooded areas just northeast of this, and this is where the towel, the gun, and the ammunition was found, just right here. So this is how I believe he placed the gun parts to the Mauser 98 in his pants. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you have any ideas, again, this is just theory. Please smash that like button, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.